All right. Um, we have group five presenting today, right? Who is gonna share the slides from group five? Jaya, Avish, Aman, Catherine. Anyone can share your screen and present.
I can present the screen if you guys want.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, can everyone see?
Yes.
Uh, can we start? We're group five. We're presenting Amazon versus Walmart. Um, so starting with the table contents, we have business models, marketing strategy, um, value networks, and omni-channel challenge. Uh, we're gonna talk more about it in the next one. And
So on this slide, what we're summarizing is what the case argues as the core clash between Amazon and Walmart. Both companies have built contrasting, highly optimized business models. Amazon is mainly for online retail, and Walmart is mainly for some of the more brick and mortar. And omni-channel pressure is now forcing them to compete across both domains. With the customer promise, Amazon describes its online model as offering the convenience of shopping from anywhere, anytime. And it's supported by what we know as Amazon, which is a high quality platform, a large product catalog, and a very reliable fulfillment infrastructure that gets orders to customers quickly. At this point, we can see it overnight. For Walmart, the promise is basically the opposite. Walmart is about offering the lowest prices on the everyday goods for in-store shoppers. So we have the same broad mass market, but Amazon is winning in terms of convenience and speed, and Walmart is winning in terms of price and immediacy. In terms of economics, Amazon is not just a retailer, it also functions as a platform. And so the case highlighted that Amazon launched Marketplace to enable third-party sellers. And by 2020, those sellers accounted for a large amount of activity, about, I think, 60% of gross merchandise value, it's stated in the case. And so that's why Amazon allows multiple profit pools. They don't earn money only by selling products, but from enabling commerce on its platform and selling services around it. For Walmart, the engine is more classic retail, low price, high volume business model with EDLP or everyday low prices. And it's designed to turn cost advantages into price advantages and then use a lot of volume to sustain that model. In terms of fulfillment logic, this is where the order gets assembled. It's how Amazon's model is described in the case as investing in shipping from warehouse and even automated picking, and Walmart's traditional strength is store-based access. It allows immediacy in terms of the customer, and when they go online, it often uses ship from store and in-store picking because of its large physical footprint. And so you get to like this point where, okay, what are the moats for both Amazon and Walmart? Amazon moat is the combined system. It's the customer experience on the platform plus scale in fulfillment, plus this whole ecosystem that they've created that we call the Amazon ecosystem that affects from marketplace and services. Walmart's moat is the everyday low price credibility and the cost base behind it. You have the supply chain practices, you have the technology like Retail Link and VMI that they use that the case mentions, and it allows Walmart to hit extremely high fulfillment performance at its very low distribution cost.
Okay, so this slide compares how Amazon and Walmart structure their marketing strategies in the US market. Amazon's approach is mainly focused on consumers who are comfortable shopping online and value speed, convenience, and having a lot of options in one place. Their values proposition is really about the experience, making shopping easy through fast delivery, personalized recommendations, and services like Prime that encourage long-term loyalty. So that focus carries into Amazon's marketing mix, where the entire platform is digital, pricing is constantly adjusted so to stay competitive, and promotions are driven more by data and personalization than by traditional ads. So Walmart's strategy targets a different kind of shopper. They focus on value-conscious customers, especially families who care more about affordability and being able to access products immediately. Um, Walmart's value proposition revolves around everyday low prices, supported by its massive physical store network and one-stop shopping experiences. In terms of marketing mix, Walmart relies heavily on its stores, usually supply chain efficiency, to maintain cost leadership and promotes primarily through price-driven messaging and in-store promotions. So while both companies operate in the same market, Amazon competes through convenience and digital experience, whereas Walmart competes through price, physical accessibility, and scale. And then I have a question for you guys at home. Which strategy do you think is more sustainable long term in the US market? Amazon focuses on convenience and digital experiences, while Walmart is on cost leadership and physical scale. So which one do you think is better long term in the US?
I think in the US, the Amazon's market strategy is a little more sustainable just because I feel as though consumers like to lean into things that are more convenient for them. And I do truly believe that people do shop on Amazon more than in store at Walmart. So I do think that Walmart's marketing strategy is more sustainable.
It's a good answer. Next slide, please.
Yes, so talking about the Amazon's value networks and distinctive capabilities, talking about Amazon's online model, the digital platform value network. Amazon operates through a digital value network that brings together customers, third-party sellers, and its technology and logistics infrastructure on a single online platform. The core value Amazon offers is convenience for their customers that can shop anytime, access an extremely large product assortment, and receive fast deliveries. Amazon's distinctive capabilities come from its heavy investment in technology and data analytics, which allow it to personalize recommendations, manage pricing efficiently, and scale its marketplace, as well as programs like Amazon Prime also lock in customers by increasing purchase frequency, while Amazon's advanced fulfillment centers and last mile delivery network enable reliable and rapid order execution as well. So overall, I say Amazon's advantage lies in using technology and their data to create a seamless customer-centric shopping experience. And it's like very technology driven ecosystem, totally focusing on convenience, speed, and personalization. Where we're looking at Walmart's supercenters, which are brick and mortar business models, which are physical retail and supply chain network. They really connect stores, distribution centers, suppliers, and employees. Walmart's value proposition is centered on offering everyday low prices through scale, efficiency, and proximity to their customers. Its distinctive capabilities include best in class supply chain management, such as cross docking and vendor managed inventory, which help reduce inventory and transportation costs. Walmart's big and strong bargaining power with suppliers allows it to maintain consistently low prices, while its dense network of stores places uh, it close to the majority of the U.S. consumers. This operational excellence enables Walmart to sustain cost leadership in physical retail, and their cost leadership model is built on scale, efficiency, and physical reach. Talking about omnichannel.
Lastly, I'll be discussing the omnichannel challenge, and more specifically, the initiatives that Walmart took to meet the omnichannel challenge. So, for context, in 2021, Walmart was the world's largest company by revenue. They had dominated the brick and mortar retail that comprised about 86.8% of the entire US retail industry. And as mentioned earlier, Amazon and Walmart previously had contrasting business models, with Walmart dominating the offline retail, whereas Amazon dominated the online retail. However, as of recent, there have been two changes that have occurred that have prompted these two separate business models to begin to change. Um, the first was the surge in online retail during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the second was a changing preference for omnichannel retailing, which is an integrated experience that seamlessly comprised your digital and your physical retail into one space. So, in order to maintain its dominance, Walmart had to adapt to the omnichannel challenge and essentially change their business model. So since 2015, Walmart has reduced its spending on opening new stores and clubs, and instead it has shifted its focus towards e-commerce initiatives. And I believe that these initiatives very like creatively and successfully strengthened a weak point in Walmart's business and essentially allowed it to continue to profit as the consumer landscape changed. So Walmart had introduced a variety of initiatives, and I included the ones that I thought were most notable and creative on the slide below. So, for example, Walmart introduced a variety of online grocery services, which included a free 2-day home grocery delivery. And in the case study, it mentioned that a significant challenge of online grocery is that there are low margins associated with groceries, and there are also very high costs associated with delivering groceries in a timely and reliable manner. So, in order to navigate this challenge, Walmart began enlisting their store employees to deliver online orders on their way home from work, which essentially reduced the very high last mile delivery costs associated with online delivery of groceries, and it allowed Walmart to expand its grocery business while remaining profitable. So, I thought that was very unique. And additionally, Walmart in their mobile app, they introduced a scan and go feature that essentially allowed its shoppers to bypass the checkout lanes and initiate the checkout and return processes themselves. And I thought this was particularly creative because it not only improved upon the overall consumer experience and efficiency, but it also reduced labor costs for Walmart and allowed them to profit off of that. And they also, Walmart introduced Walmart Plus and Walmart Connect, which also streamlined their omnichannel experience. And as a result of these initiatives, Walmart has experienced a high growth rate in its e-commerce sales, which shows how successful these initiatives were. And lastly, for the future of omnichannel, like how should Walmart's actions evolve in the future? I believe that Walmart must continue to expand its online presence in order to successfully compete in the e-commerce market with players like Amazon in order to gain market share, and likely the next step would be, I would imagine, incorporating AI and more advanced technology in order to do so.
And so finally, as like an extension of that last slide that Katie presented, the case focused on and asked the question of will these two business models converge? They have the same customer base and they are in very competing markets with their own specific moats. The authors say that customer preference is shifting towards this omni-channel idea where there's an integrated experience that seamlessly comprised both digital and physical retail. And this has caused and compelled both companies to invest in what used to be just the other firm's territory. And so the case asks directly, will these models morph to become similar to one another, meaning that Walmart becomes more like Amazon's online presence and Amazon becomes more like Walmart's in physical retail? Or alternatively, should each firm focus on its core strength and treat the other channel as complementary, online as an add-on for Walmart and offline as an add-on for Amazon? And so the case also raises the possibility that online and offline are simply better suited to different customers and product categories. Of course, the physical constraint behind all of this is fulfillment economics. The case explains that in stores, shoppers do the picking and the transport themselves, but with online home delivery, the retailer has to pick, assemble, and deliver. And that costs about $12 to $20 per order on average. And so because of that, that's why Walmart pushes uh, pickup and curbside, because store pickup can reduce that last mile cost and drive the in-store purchases. And so when you look at this holistically, what we uh, concluded is that that both companies will converge in capabilities because omni-channel is required, but they may not fully converge in economics because of the underlying cost structures of store-based versus the presence that Amazon has in online fulfillment and how they remain fundamentally different.
Okay, great job, guys. You covered all the main points for me for the case. Thank you. And yeah, let's start with my thoughts on the case. Let's see these ones, which case asks right at the beginning on the first page. With Walmart and Amazon racing to add online and offline retail respectively, would their distinctive businesses models morph to become similar to each other? What do you think? Yes or no? Are they becoming a copy of each other?
I don't think that that's possible for them to become a copy of each other because for Walmart it would be really hard to actually for Amazon to match Walmart's prices. So I don't think that they could do that.
Yeah, and Walmart doesn't offer everything that Amazon offers, right? Because Amazon literally offers everything. Walmart is still people prefer Walmart for groceries, right? So it's very difficult to become a copy of each other. But what do you think about them focusing on online and offline, like Walmart focusing on the online segment and Amazon trying to enter the offline segment? Should they focus on that or just focus on their strengths?
I think it's good competition and it will help consumers because Walmart will continue to offer the lowest prices they possibly can, and if Amazon wants to compete in that industry, they'd have to probably undercut them a little bit to try to get market share.
Mm, okay. Is their customer segment different, or are some segments more suited for online retail or offline retail? What does case say about that?
There are some specializations, so like things like grocery are definitely more offline because customers want to be more in control of, the quality of, the
Mhm.
groceries they're getting, especially like fresh produce. And then things like apparel, like clothing. A lot of people prefer online, even though there are some, drawbacks. Like they can't actually like feel the material that's being used, but they like the convenience of, just being able to order it online.
Right, right. Even apparel segment is really difficult for online retail. Like I think I have probably never bought any clothes online, as far as I remember. I think I've always bought clothes offline. Yeah, we'll discuss more about the grocery and apparel part. Then the case asks that do their respective future prospects truly justify the dramatic difference in market capitalization between the two retailers? What is market capitalization again?
It's share price times number of shares.
Right, share price times number of shares, right? And do you remember what is the difference in market capitalization of these two firms from the case? So, though Walmart gets higher revenues, the market capitalization is very different, like big difference between the two. Do you think that it accurately represents their future prospects?
I think that it does because Amazon isn't like fully a retailer. Like even in the article, it mentioned that one of their biggest segments was AWS, Amazon Web Services. So a lot of what they're doing in like the technology space is bringing up their market cap.
That's correct. Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. That's a very good point because Amazon is not just a retailer, it's much more than that. I mean, even it actually is an OTT platform as well, right? So, yeah, Amazon is bound to have a higher market capitalization than Walmart. So, some terms that figure in the case, uh, one is shrinkage. So, shrinkage is basically, discrepancy between the recorded inventory and actual on-hand stock, which could be because of theft, administrative reasons, or some vendor fraud. And there was another term in the case, markdown. Do we understand markdown? What is markdown? Markdown is basically lowering the price of a product. Um, could be for any reason, because the product is approaching expiry date, so you want to, clearance, or because your competitor decreased the price. So as a tactical action, tactical response, you also decrease the price. Then there was another term which has figured previously as well in one of our chapters was inventory turnover ratio. Do we understand inventory turnover ratio? Inventory turnover ratio is basically um
How fast they sell and have to replenish the inventory.
right, right, correct. Exactly, yes. How fast you replenish the whole inventory once completely. So like Walmart does it like about 9 times a year. 9 times they replenish the whole inventory. So it's a pretty good figure for Walmart. Then the problem with groceries, which the case talks about, is value to volume ratio. That an average order for grocery is generally just 85 dollars, but the logistics for transporting the groceries is pretty high. So the profit margin is very, very thin for the retailers. And we have seen the examples before that, that diamond versus tennis ball example, right? 1 pound of diamonds versus 1 pound of tennis balls. So that is why uh, retailers face problem. Retailers don't want the customers to order online, but come to the store to buy the groceries. And another reason why they want customers to come to the store to buy groceries is because when customers come to buy groceries, they also have impulse shopping. They also do impulse shopping. They when they see other products, they feel like buying it and they end up buying it, right? So it increases sales of other products, and those products have higher margins than groceries, higher profit margins, right? That is another reason why they want to encourage customers to shop groceries in a store rather than online. The apparels also face problems of returning and size mismatch in online shopping, but at least apparels have pretty high value to volume ratio because clothes are generally very light, so retailers can earn higher profit margin on the clothes. Then the case also talks about two fulfillment models like click and collect model and home delivery model. So click and collect is basically, you know, you must have done curbside shopping maybe a couple of times. You can order your product online, but you can collect it from a nearby, fulfillment center. You don't have to necessarily drive all the way to the store to collect it. So it saves logistics costs for the retailer as well as your time because you don't have to stand in the queue and you can collect at your convenience whenever you are free. And home delivery is, of course, we are all familiar with, which is probably still more popular model than click and collect model. And there also, Walmart saves a lot of cost because Walmart generally ships from warehouse rather than the store. And warehouse, it can locate in a cheaper location, far away from the, urban area, you can say. And so they save rent as well as they don't have to really have good ambience in the store because nobody is really coming to buy from the warehouse. They will just use it to ship the products from there, so no ambience as well as lesser rent, so that way Amazon saves cost more than Walmart. Then easy returns policy, what are your thoughts on this? Customers generally prefer easy returns policy, but I have seen people misusing it many times. Many times, s- I've seen one person who like celebrated a whole event, so she bought so many items from Walmart, like whole tent and pipes and tables and everything. Celebrated the event and then returned it a few days later. But there's 90 days return policy, right? So I don't know what to feel about it. Uh, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think they should allow an easy return policy? I think they also Walmart, I think, made some changes in the return policy recently, right? They decreased the number of days or something. I don't remember exactly, but they did make some changes, as I had heard. So it basically increases the cost and logistics and everything for the retailer. And this problem magnifies when it comes to apparel because, customers have to like pack the whole product and then, you know, go all the way to the post office or mailing office to uh, mail it, and it has pretty high return rate. And I don't know how much it really benefits these retailers because um, apparels have a they have very high return rate, and I know how much customers can you know like to buy clothes that have been tried out already by some other people. So it is a confusing policy for me. Do you have any thoughts on this return policy, especially apparel?
I think that like on the side of the business, it will likely end up losing them like a lot of money. You know, from what you said, like with the logistics costs of like bringing things back and moving them forward, it'll end up costing them double. And also because there are definitely people who are going to try and take advantage of it, like return things after they use them, so they don't have to pay. So it's probably costing the company a lot more money than it'll earn them.
Yeah, and if they had given some figures of how many people, misuse this policy, that could have also given us a better picture because it just says that there is high return rate for average e-commerce and in apparel category, but we don't know that how many were genuine returns and how many were just taken. I mean, apparel you won't probably return. I mean, um, apparel you won't return for misusing because why would you wear a shirt two times and then return it? I don't know. But yeah, other products I have definitely seen, as like I mentioned, those stands and chairs and tables and pipes. So I don't know. I think I personally feel that it causes more logistics problems than actually making things easier for the retailer.
But I also think that the extra cost is built in into the price probably of the
Maybe.
product. Because I don't think they would do it if they didn't have, and usually when you buy from, let's say from Amazon, when you shop for apparel, like you said, you don't buy just one item, you buy like 10, I don't know, different items and probably return one or two.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I have seen people doing small shopping as well, like just ordering like $30 products or 20 to or $40 products and not uh, ordering a bulk order. So, I
Yeah.
mean, people do make small orders nowadays.
Yeah. I guess it's the younger generation that buys a lot of apparel online. I don't personally, and every time I did from Amazon, it was not as expected, so I returned it. So I'm one of those shoppers that would cost money for the retailer. But I guess for the young generation, they like convenience and they do buy everything online. And they
So,
don't.
so so when you shopped the apparel online, you were not satisfied with the order, right?
No,
That.
no,
Okay.
no. For my kids, but they don't use Amazon. Like if they use like for different other stores, brand name stores, they are satisfied. They buy it, they use it. I don't. If I buy something I use Amazon. If I buy something, I return it. So I stopped doing that. I prefer going into the store and buying.
Yes, yes. Yeah, same with me. I um, I generally buy electronic products online, but clothing and groceries, not generally, clothing and groceries I always shop in person.
Yeah, I think it's a generational thing. Like our generation likes to do everything. And even with the groceries, I used to do during COVID, the online ordering, the Instacart, and whatever I would buy was not the quality that I expected to receive.
Hmm. Yes, yes. Then it also talks about inside out radical expansion. So what does it mean by inside out? So inside out basically means that um the policy or the idea that is being generated is coming from inside the firm rather than outside. Outside means feedback from customers. Like for example, like from the case Amazon Prime and Amazon just walk out strategy, those were the ideas of the employees of the firm of Amazon, and they did not get the idea from customers, right? So that is inside out strategy. And you can ask yourself the questions that what do we want to serve, how do we want to make things easier for the customers, what is our motive, and those questions will probably give you the answers of thinking of what lines will give you the next innovation. While outside in approaches, when you get the ideas by interacting with the customers, customers will tell you what problems they are facing or what are their expectations, and by listening to that, you will get your next innovation. So Amazon has been doing a lot of innovations internally, right? Like just walk out a strategy or Amazon Prime. Then, if you remember, while discussing Trader Joe's, I told you that Trader Joe's pays its suppliers immediately, right? We read that in the case Trader Joe's, and I said that remember this line because we are going to come back to this when we read Amazon versus Walmart. So Walmart pays its vendors 45 to 60 days after the inventory was replenished. So that is Walmart has got the products, it has sold them, it has received the money from the customers, but it has not yet paid the uh, suppliers. So we remember the financial ratios. I said that amount payable and these things will determine your ratio. So if whether you are selling a lot of products on credit, that is customers haven't paid you, that will decrease that ratio, right? Because you have made the sale, but you have not received the money. Same way, you can increase those ratios. You can better those financial ratios if you don't pay the money to suppliers because you have received the money from customers, but you haven't paid the vendor yet, right? So, um, this is the difference between Walmart and Trader Joe's, and that is why people are suppliers are happier with Trader Joe's as compared to Walmart because they immediately receive the payment. Then how does Walmart cut costs? Walmart cuts costs through cross docking, which is direct transfer of products from inbound trucks to outbound trucks. So uh, you don't have to keep the inventory inside the store, right? And how does Amazon cut costs? Amazon uses the parking of Whole Foods for those merchandise trucks, right? We remember from the case? I don't remember the name that it had. Um, what was the name? I don't remember the exact name of the trucks, but it mentions that it uses the parking space of Whole Foods for those merchandise trucks, right? So that way it's making the maximum use of the space. And what do we remember from the differentiation and cost leadership strategy? That if you have to compete on cost leadership, where do you cut your cost the most? Logistics, right? We remember that if you are able to cut the costs on logistics part the most, then you can compete better in cost leadership strategy than differentiation strategy. Remember that part, right? So that is how Walmart and Amazon are able to compete so well because they are really able to squeeze their logistics, right? Then, what has been the trajectory of Walmart for expansion? It first tried Sam's Club. It first, I mean, introduced Sam's Club, then Walmart supercenters, then neighborhood markets, which are primarily for groceries. Then it entered online mode, and then it introduced site to store services, right? But why does Walmart keep so many private brands? Do you like some of the Walmart's private brands? I like their Equates protein shakes a lot. I always have Equates protein shakes at my home. Chocolate protein shakes, actually. What is the benefit of private label brands? Why so much focus on private brands? Because they are private brands, so you can have higher profit margins because they're not available elsewhere. So there is no point of comparison of price. And plus, they're only found at your store, not elsewhere. So, like if I like Equates protein shakes a lot, I can only go to Walmart to buy them, right? I cannot buy them anywhere else. So it gives them more flexibility over branding, over product loyalty, customer loyalty, and hence more price flexibility and higher margins. And they can also, have unique relationship with the suppliers, right? So that is why private label brands help them a lot. Walmart's pickup towers. So case mentions Walmart's pickup towers. Have you seen those the pickup towers? No. So there's a there's a reason why you haven't seen those pickup towers. I will tell you the reason. How do I? Okay. Yeah, so it was not successful. That is why you haven't seen any pickup towers, because they stopped this policy back in 2021. Yeah, the same question again, that the return policy can be misused. Though I guess mm, people do not ask for refund on the groceries. I hope so. I haven't seen people doing that, but yeah, there's always a chance of misusing this. Though probably American people don't misuse it that much. Then can and go option. So both of these firms, throughout the case, we find that a lot of focus of both of these firms is on technology, how they can bring and integrate more and more technology in their services and reduce the use of humans. That is, we see throughout the case, right? Especially Amazon. I mean, both, in fact, Walmart as well, which is quite opposite to our previous two cases, because both Southwest and Trader Joe's believe a lot in human interaction, right? And Walmart Connect. Have you ever used Walmart Connect? How many of you have uh, Amazon Prime subscription?
I do.
I see many hands. Right. And nobody has Walmart Connect, huh? Walmart Plus. Hmm. Yeah, that has been the case in all my sections. No, but I've never seen anybody having Walmart Plus, but many people have Amazon Prime. So yeah, Walmart is trying to reduce human interaction by scan and go feature. You can completely bypass the checkout lanes. You can just scan the barcode and then just pay later. So it's a lot on trust, basically, right? They are they are putting a lot of trust in people, that people would not misuse these features. And though they also see the receipt at Walmart while exiting, so probably you cannot misuse it. And Amazon launched uh, Prime Wardrobe. I'm not going to discuss the apparel feature again. I've already talked about it, that costs a lot. It complicates the logistics of retailers, basically. But yeah, let's talk about this. So they have this hub locker delivery system. I guess at least some of you might have used it. We have used this hub locker delivery system. Anyone? How
Um,
does it work?
I know in some like apartment complexes they have the Amazon locker um system. So basically you get a code from your like through your Amazon account when your package is delivered, and then you go to wherever the Amazon locker is, and you can either put in the code into the locker, or you can just like press a button through your app and it'll open the locker that your package is in, and then you just close it.
Yeah, exactly. So Alexa basically explained it. So Amazon has come up with hub locker delivery system, as well as this Amazon key feature. Um, Amazon keys also serves the same purpose, but here the delivery person basically delivers the product inside your house, like your garage or your inside your house, instead of leaving it in the locker.
Property managers, staff, and residents spend too much time dealing with deliveries. Buzzing in drivers, managing packages. It takes a lot of time, and that can impact your bottom line. But Amazon Key for Business can help. It allows drivers to enter your property and make Amazon deliveries without the need for any help from your staff. No more buzzing them in, bringing in packages, or paying staff to remain on site just to receive deliveries. Best of all, Key for Business is completely free. Drivers are vetted and trained by Amazon. Installation is quick and easy. And Key for Business won't disrupt how residents access your property. Drivers request one-time limited access via the Amazon Delivery app, which verifies them before letting them in. No passcodes required. Then put deliveries in an area like your lobby or package room, all without assistance. Your residents' packages are delivered safely, and staff has more time to provide great service and keep them happy. Staff productivity and your residents' satisfaction increases. So can your bottom line. Key for Business works with 95% of electrical access systems, including elevators, and the device, maintenance, and installation are always free of charge. From brownstones and gated communities to high-rises, Key for Business is helping streamline Amazon deliveries to properties like yours. So schedule your free installation today and get ready to save time and money with Key for Business.
You know porch pirates? Porch pirates. What could that mean?
For people that steal from porch, the
Yes, yes. So that thing gets evaded if you have Amazon Key, basically, because the person will deliver inside your house, so you don't have the risk of watch pirates. So what was the highlight for me? Highlight for me was that how Amazon is going even more, you know, full throttle on the technology part, and then how can it cut the human interaction, like absolutely no use of humans in their stores, right? Amazon Go, right? Just walk out strategy. And we can contrast it with Trader Joe's, which refuses self checkout lanes because they want human interaction as much as, I mean, the maximum human interaction possible, right? Which model do you prefer? This model, Amazon model, more technology, less humans model, or the Trader Joe's model?
I guess it depends on the day and how busy you are, but I would prefer I experienced something like the Amazon. I assume it's the same thing. Some ShopRites, they have a smart cart, and you basically, whatever you put in the cart, it's scanned. The shopping cart has cameras, and whatever you put in, it's scanned right when you put it in. And if you remove it, it's also unscanned, and you can take the cart to your car, pay on the cart, and put everything in your car. You don't have to interact with anybody or stop at any line, anything. So I think that's actually brilliant if you are short on time. So yeah, I think it depends on the how much time you have.
Right, right. Depends on your time as well as your nature, what kind of person you are, do you like? I mean, it could be a bit haunting as well, like seeing no one in the store if you are shopping. And I would like at least some people to be present, like if I have to ask something, ask for help, something. By the way, that shopping cart thing reminds me, shopping cart and porch pirates reminds me that just 2 or 3 days ago, I saw a video of SNL, uh, where it was SNL or some other uh, comedy show. I don't remember. There's a woman, I think in Washington State. She said that you know what she steals from the stores. Can you guess what she would be stealing from the stores? He steals shopping carts from the stores. She takes home the shopping carts. She does not return them. Uh, every single time, like she says, every single time I shop, I take shopping cart home. I don't know what she does with so many shopping carts, but she says that she feels lazy returning them. Once I have come to my car, I've put everything in my car. I've put my kids in the car. Then I don't have time and energy to go back and keep the shopping cart again. That was her logic. All right, so I think I mentioned this previously as well. Uh, that Amazon is the third most, third or second or third highest uh, place for searching item for product searches. And Jeff Bezos and the company paid attention to this very later. I mean, I never thought this way that Amazon is a place where one of the highest product searches happen because whenever we think of searching product or searching something, it's always the Google that comes to mind. So even Jeff Bezos and Amazon utilized this opportunity pretty late uh, for advertising, but now they have uh, Amazon Media Group. Like now they have Amazon Advertising, which they have made using clubbing Amazon Media Group, Amazon Marketing Services, and Amazon Advertising Platform. So now they earn a lot of revenue through advertising as well. Ultimately, the final question that arises after reading the case is that who is winning, and especially the category which Amazon has been, you know, bullishly, hawkishly putting their efforts into uh, to compete with Walmart is the grocery segment, right? That is what Amazon has been focusing a lot. And I think we can recall the statement from the case that Jeff Bezos said that if we have to become $200 billion company, then we need to sell groceries and apparel, right? So who is winning the race ultimately? Walmart is winning the war. Walmart is still hands down uh, the leader in grocery segment, and despite the huge efforts of Amazon, Walmart is still way ahead. So yeah, this is a video which very beautifully summarizes whatever we saw in the case. I'm not going to play it now. You can watch it later at your own convenience. So this was it. This was our Amazon versus Walmart. We are done with the theoretical part, the lecturing part of the semester. Just one more meeting on Friday, and then it's over. All right. So if you have any question, you can stay. Otherwise, we meet tomorrow.